Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to make this video for you. I want to talk about being delusional and how it is important to be delusional. You know, the world wants to tell you to be realistic, to be a realist. But when they use that term, it's usually they want you to settle for something below average. They want you to be mediocre. They want you to be average like them. You know, our whole lives, we have always dreamed. We have always had grand goals. And the people around us wanted to make us feel stupid. They wanted to undermine us. They wanted to tell us that, you know, we were dumb for thinking that way, that we had poor social skills. We would never amount to anything, that we needed to just settle for a normal job. We had to just be practical. We had to just be like everybody else and settle for a normal job, but we never did. And because of that, we were never able to find peace or solace just working a job. We were never able to do that because we knew that deep down we were always meant for more. We were always meant for greatness, and we were seen as stupid, crazy, delusional by the people around us. And being delusional is a good thing. You know, when you have a grand goal, when you want to make music, book, art, you want to write books, make music, make art, and do things like that, you want to be delusional. You don't want to just be this average person, because average people do not really have creativity. They don't really think outside the box. They don't really think in terms of creative, otherworldly things. They just follow the beaten path. And when they see somebody like you doing that, they feel threatened. Like, think about this for a second. Think about Noah building the ark. You know, you think the people around him, when he said that there was a flood coming, do you think that they believed him? No, they thought he was crazy. They thought he was delusional. Look at all these characters throughout history, Edison, Van Gogh, all these artists, and these creative sort of people. The people around them thought they were delusional. They thought that these guys were crazy, and some of them might have been crazy, because it takes a certain amount of craziness to do great things like this in life. You kind of have to be a little bit on the delusional side, and that is a good thing as long as you are taking that energy and directing it towards something creative. As long as you're not being self-destructive with that energy, and you're not using it in a negative way, but using it for greatness. It is good to be delusional. You don't want to be realistic, because being realistic is the greatest way to murder your dreams. If you are realistic, you are going to put yourself in a box, and the people that use that term realistic, they're usually using it in a negative context. They're telling you to don't rock the boat, don't try to be something that you're not. You got to humble yourself. You got to settle for average, but we're not meant to settle for average. We never will. And throughout our lives, we might have done average things, and it always ended in disaster, because we were never meant to be average. We were always meant for greatness, and that's what we're going to achieve as long as we stay the course. Don't allow these people around you, don't allow these naysayers, don't allow these haters to try to put you in a box and tell you that you're retarded, that you're less than, that you're stupid, that you don't have social skills, that you are strange, that you're a weirdo. That's just them projecting onto you. They're projecting their negative feelings onto you. They want you to feel that way because that's how they feel about themselves. They're threatened by your light. Understand that, and don't let these people get you down. You're going to accomplish great things. Be delusional, dream big, and get to work, and you'll accomplish greatness. Hope you guys like this video. I'm out.